There's not going to be anyone here. I didn't tell anyone I was going live today. Or live early, excuse me. Well, we're going to go. Going early today, guys. I've got a doctor's appointment early, so I had to get the stream out of the way. But good morning, degenerates, and welcome to another episode of Boring Crypto, the place where I read you the boring crypto news every morning, Monday through Friday, just so you don't have to. My name is not important, and I am your host. Let's go. SEC delays decision on XRP, Solana, Litecoin, and Dogecoin's ETFs. You think? Senator Loomis, she has been on one. If you follow this chick on X, wow. Senator Loomis' new Bitcoin Act allows U.S. Reserve to exceed 1 million Bitcoin. This chick is red laser-eyed. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin all day long. It is wild. And last but not least, CBOE seeks to add staking to Fidelity's Ether ETF. Guys, that's the news we got going on today. Let's go to the market. Before housekeeping, please like the videos. Share this video in the stream on all your social platforms. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, please give the channel a follow. If you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and follow me. Share the videos on all your social platforms, please. And if you want to learn how to trade traditional markets on top of crypto markets, learn to become financially savvy, and join a community of people trying to do the same thing, all helping each other grow. Guys, click on the link in the comment section. That'll take you to Pip Connect Discord. That is Andy Peters' personal Discord. There's about 1,000 of us in there, all working together, help each other, be a community that is just doing the things, man, trying to get better, trying to become financially savvy, learning to trade these markets, early calls, etc., etc. If it sounds like something you might be interested in, again, click on that link. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out to myself or Andy. We'll do our best to get those questions answered for you. Outside of that, let's get right into the market. Guys, right now, current market cap sitting at 2.68 trillion, up 1.08% from yesterday. Bitcoin dominance sitting at 61.2%. ETH dominance looking rough, 8.6%. And 0.57 Goyalga each transaction. Guys, Fear and Greed Index up just a little bit from yesterday. We're sitting at 19. Still in extreme fear. Blood in the streets. Blood in the streets means you buy. Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't warn you if we start moving to the upside. But let's go ahead and go through that top 100 and see what the biggest movers are today. Currently, right now, Bitcoin up 1.15%. Got little bits of green across the board. 4.17 the upside for Dogecoin. 19.58 for Pi. Good God, you guys in Pi. How is no one talking about this? Nobody on X is talking about Pi at all. Like, not in my circle of people that I follow and talk to. It's wild. Again, congratulations to you guys if you mined all that Pi. 8.32% the upside for Pepe. 5.48 for Mantle. 14.97 for Celestia. Tia up today. Good job. 10.99 for Caspa. 6.48 to the upside for Story. So that Story's just killing it. 7.34 for FET. 4.41 for Stacks. 6.06 for Theta. 5.27 for Gala Games. Anything bigger than fives? 6.61 for Curve. 7.22 for Axie Infinity. Ronin's up 14%. And Helium bringing in your 100 spot at 8.16 upside. A little bit of green, guys. Can't be too mad about it. Let's go ahead and move on to the charts. This was the downtrend I left you guys with yesterday. I said if we break this, we could rip. And we did. We broke it. We got a little baby move. On smaller time frames, let's look at this. because it looks like it broke out, retested, and it ripped. All right. Yeah, it kind of, it kind of hovered around and then it ripped. But that's a breakout, guys. It's so weird. You know, there's a lot of people that think TA is trash. Oh, TA doesn't mean anything. It never works out. Blah 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 blah. But I literally left you guys with a potential of a breakout. And now it's not a huge move. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm getting at is trend breaks to impulse moves. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Break, impulse move. So, with that being said, the bullish sentiment that I'm seeing right now is that we broke out. I guess you'd call this a retest, but we got above this 82, came back down, and got up above it. And it looks like we're starting to set 82 at potential support, which is good, which is really good. That's what I want to see. It's absolutely what I want to see. I want to see 82 become support. With that little bounce right there, that guy. Hopefully continue moving to the upside. Outside of that, next level you're looking at is probably about 85K. Psychological numbers. We need to flip 85K. And then 86,670. Resistance. Need to get above it. So on and so forth. All the way back up to 100K eventually. And that's it, guys. Take a screenshot. Those are the zones I'm watching. We just broke trend. This mini downtrend that we've been in on the 1 hour. This is smaller time frames, smaller moves, guys. But again, right now we are not out of the woods. We've got a major resistance right here at about 84K that we need to get above. Again, hopefully 82 is now support. Then we're looking for 84. Then 85. So on and so forth. What did US 30 do yesterday? We went down a little more. We lost very strong support. It came down to 41.2, excuse me. Hopefully get back above it. If we don't, this could roll over. That's what we're looking at, in my opinion, for the Dow Jones. Gotta get back above that previous support. Hopefully it doesn't turn into resistance. It's bad. Here's what's wild. Look at all the coins over here, if you can see them, that I'm watching, all these top ones. ETH is the only thing that's red right now, which is just wild. It's not good. If you want your look, you're gonna hear a lot of people saying this, guys. If you want your altcoin season to happen, ETH has to move. It absolutely has to. A lot of these coins, a lot of these projects are built on the Ethereum platform, and if ETH doesn't move, they're not gonna run. They're not gonna run hard. They're just not. It just is what it is, man. But right now, the only thing I got for you guys is 84K. If we can hold 82, we've got to rip 84. Flip 84 back into support and continue moving to the upside. Instead of that, guys, we're looking 70-ish. What does that look like on a daily? Let me see. Yeah, this box right here turns into like our next like safe consolidation zone, which could happen, which might need to happen. I don't know. But we've completely eaten up all of the Trump gains from the election. Outside of that today, what do we got going on? Core inflation rates, guys. That's what we got going on today, which I think is at 8:30. Yep. So look for some volatility around 8:30. What's the FOMC? Do we not have an FO? I thought we had an FOMC meeting coming up. Do we not? Guess not. Huh. All right. Well, that's all I got, guys. I know there's no one watching today. I didn't expect it. I just was like, dude, I got to get this done early. I wasn't planning on going early, but I just looked at just how much time I'm going to have after the stream to get ready and get to the doctor's appointment. Like, not going to happen. So I went early. So there's no one here. So we're just going to go to the news. Wrap this video up real quick for you guys today. SEC delays decision on XRP, Solana, Litecoin, Dogecoin ETFs. Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seffert, we'll call him James F because his last name is different, said the SEC's decision delays on slew of crypto ETFs are standard procedure and won't affect their likely approval. Right. The U.S. Securities Exchange Commission has delayed the decision to approve several XRP, Solana, Litecoin, and Dogecoin ETFs. In a slew of filings on March 11th, the agency said it has designated a long period to decide on the process rule change that would allow ETFs to proceed. Among the affected ETFs are Grayscale's XRP and the CBOE BZX Exchange's Spot Solana. God, this stuff is a mouthful. ETF filings with the decision on them pushed until May. Could that be the catalyst? Could we go ham in May? Could we break new all-time highs, finally get the bull run we've been expecting in May? Maybe. Bloomberg ETF analyst James S. said in a March 11th X post that while the SEC just punted on a bunch of altcoin ETF filings, he didn't see it as a cause for concern. It's expected as this is standard procedure. He added that the U.S. President Donald Trump pick to chair the SEC, Paul Atkins, hasn't even been confirmed yet. Oh, that's wild. I didn't know that. This doesn't change our quote-unquote relatively high odds of approval. Also note that the final deadlines aren't until October. I hope that doesn't happen. I'm getting very impatient. Fellow Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas. These guys are always together talking. Also chimed in saying that everything is delayed, quote unquote, including ETF, future Ether, staking, and in-kind redemptions. In early December, Trump picked a pro-crypto businessman and former SEC Commissioner Atkins to be the agency's next chair. However, congressional confirmation hearings are yet to be scheduled. This is not the first time the SEC has extended an ETF decision deadline. No, they do it all the time. On February 28th, it extended the deadline for the CBO Exchange's request to list options tied to ETH. Gensler's time at the SEC with what the industry said was an aggressive regulatory stance towards crypto, with 100 crypto-related regulatory actions during his tenure from 2021 until his resignation in January 20th. Since Gensler's departure, a growing number of firms facing legal action from the regulator have had their cases dismissed. We know this. We've been talking about this for a while. Meanwhile, the acting SEC chair Mark Ueda has also proposed abandoning part of a rule change that would have expanded regulation of alternative trading systems to include crypto firms. So, the SEC is pushing back the decision on ETFs. We expected that. Moving on, Senator Loomis. The new Bitcoin Act allows U.S. Reserve to exceed 1 million Bitcoin. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's going to get passed. Senator Cynthia Loomis look, if you guys want some fun, if you want some hopium, go like Bitcoin hopium, go follow her on X. The chick is out of control. It's awesome. Senator Cynthia Loomis reintroduced the Bitcoin Act in the 119th Congress, bringing on new co-sponsors and changes to the landmark bill. U.S. Senator Cynthia Loomis' newly reintroduced Bitcoin Act will allow the government to potentially hold more than 1 million Bitcoin as part of its newly established reserve. The bill, first introduced in July, directs the U.S. government to buy 200,000 Bitcoin a year over 5 years for a total acquisition of 1 million Bitcoin, which would be paid for by diversifying existing funds within the Federal Reserve System and the Treasury Department. However, the reintroduced act, the boosting innovation, technology, and competitiveness through optimized investment. Oh my God. This is a joke. This is good. So that's the acronym for Bitcoin Act. Boosting innovation, technology, and competitiveness, through optimized investment nationwide. Bitcoin. I'm sorry, this cringe as fuck. Anyway, I told you, follower, it's a hoot. Act of 2025 opens door to the U.S. to acquire and hold in excess 1 million Bitcoin as long as it is acquired through lawful means other than direct purchases. So they're going to steal it, such as civil or criminal forfeitures. That's terrifying. You're just going to pass a bill that makes the government hungry to go find more Bitcoin from people to acquire it through unlawful activities. Well, what's unlawful? You still haven't put down crypto regulations yet. The extra Bitcoin can also come from U.S. states that voluntarily store their Bitcoin holdings in a strategic Bitcoin reserve, though it'll be stored in a segregated account. By transforming the president's visionary executive action into enduring law, we can ensure that our nation will harness the full potential of its digital innovation to address our national debt while maintaining our competitive edge in the global economy, said Loomis, who announced the revamped bill during a March 11th conference hosted by the Bitcoin Policy Institute. Loomis taps new bill co-sponsors. The Bitcoin Act also has a number of new co-sponsors, including Republican Senator Jim Justice. That's funny. Tommy Tuber. What is with these last names? Jim Justice, Tommy Tuberville, Roger Marshall, Marsha Blackburn, and Bernie Moreno. I'm proud to join Senator Loomis on this common sense bill to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve and codify President Trump's executive order, Justice said in a statement. The bill represents America's continued leadership in financial innovation, bolsters both our economic security, and gives us an opportunity to wrangle in our soaring national debt, he added. Other changes. The bill now sets a formal evaluation process for Bitcoin forked assets and airdropped assets in the reserve. Initially, the bill required all forked assets to be stored in the reserve and couldn't be sold or disposed of for 5 years unless authorized by law. The new bill now directs the secretary after the mandatory holding period to evaluate retain the most valuable asset based on market cap while retaining the dominant asset. Bitcoin has hard forked a number of times in the past to create a new cryptocurrencies, most notably Bitcoin Cash. It's trash. Don't buy it. Which forked on August 1st of 2017. Bitcoin Gold. Don't touch it. These are all trash. Which forked on August 24th of 2017. They're all money grabs, guys. The fact that people still trade this is pretty funny to me. Loomis introduced the bill comes just days after U.S. President Donald Trump signed an executive order to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a digital asset stockpile. The reserve and stockpile will initially use cryptocurrency forfeited in the government, criminal, and civil cases, but the reserve won't sell the stashed Bitcoin and will use budget-neutral ways to increase the size, while tokens from the stockpile could be sold. Moving on. Last but not least, good morning to whoever is watching right now. CBO, we got a lurker. Got one of you guys. CBO seeks to add staking to Fidelity's Ether ETF. The filing is the latest effort by the U.S. exchange to integrate staking into Ether ETFs. This is making money hand over fist if they get this passed, guys. Double dipping. Cool. Pump my bags. Securities Exchange, CBOE, BZX, is seeking permission from U.S. regulators to incorporate staking into Fidelity's Ether Exchange Traded Fund, or ETF, according to a March 11th filing. The filing marks CBOE's latest, I can't get that word out of my mouth fast enough, or that acronym, latest attempt to support staking for the ETH funds traded in U.S. exchange. CBOE CBOE's proposed. I don't know why that's so hard for me. CBOE. CBOE's proposed rule change would allow Fidelity Ethereum Fund, the FETH, to stake or cause to be staked all or portion of the trust ETH through one or more trusted staking providers, the filing said. The Fidelity Ethereum Fund is among the most popular ETH ETF, with nearly $1 billion in assets under management, according to the data from Verify. In February, the CBOE asked permission to add staking to another ETH ETF, the 21 shares core Ethereum ETF. Staking ETH enhances returns and involves posting ETH as collateral with a validator in exchange for rewards. Yes. Not only do they have to stake, which is cool because it means they have to lock up the ETH, which means the chances of selling are lower, but they get ETH rewards for staking. So if you have billions of dollars of ETH and you start staking that as a fund management company, you're making tons of money just for staking, while you're custodying assets for people and holding those, and people are buying, and you're getting paid fees for people buying in your ETF. It's brilliant. Well done, guys. Well done. Make that money. Staking ETH enhances returns involves posting ETH, blah, blah, blah. As of March 11th, staking ETH yields approximately 3.3 per Jesus. So if they stake all of it, they got $1 billion in assets. They stake $1 billion of it. They're making 3.3% a year on $1 billion for doing nothing. Wild. Other popular cryptocurrencies, including Solana, also feature staking mechanisms, but no one cares. Proposed rule change. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission must still approve the CBOE's proposed rule change before staking can commence. In February, the SEC acknowledged more than a dozen exchanges filings related to cryptocurrency ETFs, according to the records. The SEC's acknowledgments highlight how the agency has softened its stance. We know this. In addition to staking to filings, blah, blah, blah. The CBOE has asked permission to list Canary and Wisdom Tree's proposed XRP ETFs and support in-kind creations and redemptions for Fidelity's Bitcoin and ETH ETFs, among other proposed changes. Yeah. Let's see if there's any other news before I get out of here that's interesting. No, nothing. There's nothing going on, guys. That's it. Well, it's looking like right now, until traditional markets open up, like 82 is flipping back into support, which is short-term bullish if we hold. That's your levels you're looking at. Let me back out just in case you want to do a screenshot and get a quick visual of the zones I am watching. There. Take a screenshot. It'll last longer. Outside of that, guys, that is all I've got for you this morning. If you do enjoy the content I provide for you here every morning on Boring Crypto, please like the videos, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you are on YouTube. Follow me if you're on Facebook. Guys, share the videos on all our social platforms. It'll help get more people in here. Let's blow this community up. Outside of that, if you want to learn how to trade better, you want to learn how to trade traditional stuff, stocks, indexes, as well as trade crypto, guys, click on the link pinned in the comment section. That'll take you to the Pip Connect Discord. If you have any questions about that, want to see if it's the right fit for you, by all means, reach out to myself or Andy Peters. We will do our best to get those questions answered for you. And outside of that, guys, I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. This has been a short video, probably the shortest ever. I'm out of here.